Ага, пацаны уже прошли, слышь? Пойдем. Стрельба.
Охрана, родной прием. Не могут связаться. Пушкин, я его не принимаю вообще, не разбираю.
Блядь, здорово.
Нормально. Еще двоих взяли, да? Что там, нормально, без потерь?
Ну пока, блядь, уходили, не было.
Все нашлись, у них совсем по пленам.
Штаны нахуй, все снимать.
Давай их до родного доведем там.
Потом
вдвоем,
Покажи наколочки. Бля. А что написано на правой? Как расшифровывать? Никто не без греха. Вон там 3.
А, без греха тебя за место часов, братан. Наушники нахуй, отраться.
Нихуя ты бортанул, да?
Не надо, пускай заберет. Пусти нельзя просто так забирать. Придавить, как ножик.
Все готово, давайте. Выходим по тропинке вперед.
Тропу видите, идите по ней.
Да, хоть и что,
А
хуя.
документы где их?
Документы.
Документы вытаскиваем. Второй, вытаскивай документы. Нету? Понял. Стой на месте.
Где?
Держи его, Серега.
Ты первый. Первый.
Покажи.
У него там остались. Все, давай, вперед. Смотрите, вас поменяют. Уже 4 ваших сдались вчера. Их поменяли, никто их не тронул. Поэтому нахуй без глупостей.
Я тоже честно хотел сдать, но я сюда пустой нахуй. Я, блядь, 2 раза СЗЧ делал, убегал.
Родной, я его видел.
Давай, топай быстрее, тут небезопасно.
Я сам с Мурманска родился.
С Мурманска? О, ебать, ты почти земляк мой.
Чего вы выдвинули?
Давай, дурак. Сколько людей вас пойдет?
Нас 2. Все, здесь пока присядь. Кто офицер?
Нет.
Ты офицер?
Я
Лычка откуда с собой?
Где остальные?
Что за лычки там?
Лычка офицерская говорит.
Чья лычка офицерская?
Старшего солдата.
Старший солдат. Ладно, разберемся. Все, давай, подъем дальше. Дальше топаем. Подъем, руки вверх, идем аккуратно по тропе. Только в ритме вальса, что могут прилеты быть.
By Russian Defense Ministry on progress of special military operation. The armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out 13 group strikes by high-precision weapons and attack unmanned aerial vehicles, which damaged infrastructure of military airfields, the assembly workshop, storage and training sites of strike drones, ammunition depots, as well as temporary deployment areas of nationalists and Ukrainian armed formations. Over the past week, units of the Sever group of forces continued to eliminate AFU formations on the territory of Kursk region. As a result of the decisive actions, the armed forces of the Russian Federation liberated Zayaloshenka and Rubenshkina. Aviation, unmanned aerial vehicle strikes, and artillery hit manpower and hardware of 2 mechanized brigades, an air assault brigade, a marine brigade, and 2 territorial defense brigades. In Kharkov and Belgorod directions, units of 2 mechanized brigades and 2 assault regiments of the AFU were hit. During the week in the area of responsibility of the Sever group of forces, the AFU losses amounted to over 2,295 troops, 16 tanks, and 58 armored fighting vehicles. Russian troops destroyed 130 motor vehicles, 30 field artillery guns, 6 ammunition depots, and 5 electronic and counter-battery warfare stations. The Zapad group of forces improved the situation along the front line and inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of the 3 mechanized brigades, a motorized infantry brigade, an assault brigade of the AFU, and 2 territorial defense brigades. The AFU losses amounted to more than 1,670 troops, 19 armored fighting vehicles including a Bradley infantry fighting vehicle, and 7 U.S. made M113 armored personnel carriers. The enemy lost 44 motor vehicles, 28 field artillery guns, 10 EW stations, and 11 field artillery guns. The U group of forces improved the tactical situation. Russian units engaged formations of 5 mechanized brigades, a motorized infantry brigade, mountain assault brigade, an assault brigade, an airmobile brigade, a drone brigade of the AFU, a territorial defense brigade, and 2 National Guard brigades. The AFU lost up to 1,615 troops, 2 tanks, and 7 armored fighting vehicles, including 3 U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carriers during the week. Russian troops eliminated 34 motor vehicles, 14 field artillery guns, 2 Croatian-made RAK SA-12 multiple rocket launcher systems, 6 field ammunition depots, and 2 electronic warfare stations. Center group of forces took more advantageous lines and positions. The Russian armed forces inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of 4 mechanized brigades, 2 Jaeger brigades, an assault brigade of the AFU, a Marine brigade, and a National Guard brigade. The AFU losses amounted to more than 3,235 troops, 30 armored fighting vehicles including 2 Bradley infantry fighting vehicles, 3 M113 armored personnel carriers, and 2 U.S.-made Max Pro armored vehicles. Russian elements engaged 46 motor vehicles, 26 artillery guns, and 3 electronic warfare stations. Units of the Vostok group of forces continued advancing into the depth of enemy defense. 3 mechanized brigades, 2 motorized infantry brigades, a mountain assault brigade, an airmobile brigade of the AFU, a Marine brigade, and 3 territorial defense brigades were defeated. The AFU losses amounted to more than 1,040 troops, 10 armored fighting vehicles, 27 motor vehicles, and 21 field artillery guns, including 4 Western-made guns. The units of the Dnepr group liberated Stepovoy, Zaporizhzhia region as a result of active actions. Strikes were delivered at manpower and hardware of 2 mechanized brigades, a mountain assault brigade, and 4 coastal defense brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine. The AFU losses amounted to more than 510 troops, 32 motor vehicles, and 6 field artillery guns. 9 electronic warfare stations and 2 ammunition depots have been eliminated. The Russian aerospace forces have shot down a MiG-29 aircraft of Ukrainian Air Force in a dogfight. Over the past week, air defense units have destroyed 28 JDAM guided bombs and 7 U.S. made HIMARS MLRS projectiles, as well as 1,113 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles, including 536 outside the special military operation. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the enemy lost 658 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 47,719 unmanned aerial vehicles, 601 anti-aircraft missile systems, 22,420 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,530 MLRS combat vehicles, 22,788 field artillery guns and mortars, 33,187 units of support military vehicles. Chief of the Russian Armed Forces General Staff, First Deputy Defense Minister, General of the Army Valery Gerasimov inspected the formations and units of the center group of forces operating in the Special Military Operations Zone. Furthermore, he presented state awards to the servicemen who had operated in the most distinguished way. On the night of March 21, 2025, at around 0:20, the Kiev regime deliberately attacked Sudza gas metering station located several hundred meters from the state border in Kursk region. The attack by the AFU troops retreating from the Kursk region against Russia's important power facility is a deliberate provocation by the Kiev regime, which should be considered in a comprehensive set of recent strikes against Russia's power infrastructure to discredit the U.S. President's peace initiatives. From 15 to March 21, 2025, the armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out group strikes by high-precision weapons and attack unmanned aerial vehicles, which damaged infrastructure of military airfields, the assembly workshop, storage and training sites of strike drones, ammunition depots, as well as temporary deployment areas of nationalists and Ukrainian armed formations. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the operation to neutralize AFU formations on the territory of Kursk region. Over 240 Ukrainian troops, a tank, an infantry fighting vehicle, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 14 motor vehicles, and 8 mortars have been neutralized during the day.